Imagine digging into a burial mound in Turkey and uncovering a stone temple older than any city, older than the pyramids or Stonehenge. In the dust, you find massive T-shaped pillars, each carved with foxes, boars, vultures, and strange human-like symbols. This is Göbekli Tepe, a hilltop sanctuary built 12,000 years ago, long before anyone had metal, pottery, or even farming. For decades, historians assumed complex religion waited for settled villages. But Göbekli Tepe has turned that story upside down. Today, scientists still can't fully explain who built this world's first temple and why it was hidden from history. Nestled on a windswept mesa near Şanlıurfa in southeastern Turkey, Göbekli Tepe was rediscovered by archaeologist Klaus Schmidt in the mid-1990s. Beneath a farmer's field lay ring after ring of massive limestone pillars arranged in circular enclosures. Each pillar is shaped like a giant T, up to 5 to 6 meters tall and weighing 7 to 10 tons, carved from the nearby bedrock. On these pillars are elaborate low-relief sculptures. Wild boars and foxes twist around the stone. Vultures appear to be feeding on human bodies. Scorpions and snakes crawl on the surfaces. Archaeologists have found no signs of pottery, metal tools, or weaving at the site, and only a handful of stone tools and fragments of flint knives. This tells us the builders were pre-ceramic hunter-gatherers. Yet they created a permanent monumental complex, not just a campsite. In fact, Göbekli Tepe's sheer scale has led some to call it the first human-built holy place. UNESCO even notes Göbekli Tepe as one of the first manifestations of human-made monumental architecture, a genuine cathedral on a hill at the dawn of history. Conventional textbooks say the sequence was hunter-gatherers, farming, villages, monuments. But Göbekli Tepe flips that model. Radiocarbon dates from Göbekli Tepe's layers show the temples were built around 9600–8200 BCE, about 11500 to 12,000 years ago. That makes them far older than the Egyptian pyramids, circa 2500 BCE, and Stonehenge, circa 2500–2000 BCE. In fact, Smithsonian reports the carved stones of Göbekli Tepe predate Stonehenge by some 6,000 years. How could nomadic hunter-gatherers do this? Moving 7–10-ton pillars without metal tools or beasts of burden is an engineering feat. Experiments and studies suggest they use stone hammers, levers, wooden sledges, and huge groups of people dragging on ropes. Recent geophysical surveys even indicate dozens of such circles remain buried under the mound. The site is only about 10% excavated as of 2021. This has fueled a major debate. Some scholars now wonder if religion and gathering might have come before agriculture. Perhaps people built Göbekli Tepe as a pilgrimage center, which then encouraged them to settle and farm. In other words, the need to worship may have driven the Neolithic revolution, not the other way around. Göbekli Tepe isn't an isolated miracle. It lies in a region now called Taş Tepeler, Stone Hills, an arc of roughly 12 similar Neolithic sites over a 200-kilometer plateau. Archaeologists have found T-pillars and carvings at Karahan Tepe, Navali Chori, Sayburç, and others, suggesting a shared culture. In fact, Karahan Tepe, about 46 kilometers east of Göbekli, is often called a sister site. It may even be one of the world's earliest villages, occupied 10,000 to 9,500 BCE. Recent excavations have produced sensational finds across Taş Tepeler. At Göbekli Tepe itself, archaeologists uncovered a painted limestone boar statue, complete with red, white, and black pigment still visible. Meanwhile, at Karahan Tepe, a life-size human sculpture has emerged that has astonished researchers. This 2.3-meter-tall seated figure features detailed facial characteristics, such as eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and is shown holding a symbolic element in its hands. One archaeologist described it as one of the most impressive examples of prehistoric art. Nearby, the head of a similar statue protrudes from a wall, suggesting that more complete figures may still lie buried at the site. Other carvings, vultures on walls and snakes on the floor, point to a shared symbolic tradition across these locations. Together, these discoveries suggest that Göbekli Tepe was part of a wider network of ritual centers created by the same Neolithic community. Raising massive stone pillars without metal tools or draft animals required extraordinary coordination. Large teams would have quarried and carved limestone using flint tools, then transported the blocks using logs or sled-like methods. Scholars estimate that carving a single multi-ton pillar could take months of labor. Despite these challenges, the builders achieved remarkably smooth surfaces and detailed high-relief animal carvings. The artistic detail is striking. Some Göbekli Tepe pillars appear human-like. Broad shoulders and folded arms are suggested within their T-shaped form, turning each pillar into an abstract human figure. At nearby sites such as Karahan Tepe, pillar tops are sculpted even more clearly as human forms. UNESCO notes that these pillars demonstrate specialized craftsmanship and advanced architectural skill for their time. In short, these communities were far more organized and creative than the old stereotype of primitive hunters. One of the most intriguing discoveries is that Göbekli Tepe was intentionally buried. Archaeologists found stone enclosures deliberately filled with soil, stones, and rubble, rather than left exposed to erosion. Over time, repeated backfilling formed the artificial hill visible today. Why this was done remains debated. One theory suggests that each enclosure was ceremonially closed once its purpose was fulfilled. Another proposes social or environmental changes that led people to abandon and seal these structures. This intentional burial preserved Göbekli Tepe for thousands of years, but it also raises important questions. Was this a respectful ritual closure, or a response to changing conditions such as climate shifts or social transformation? Ongoing excavations aim to clarify whether these actions were symbolic, practical, or both. Most academic researchers view Göbekli Tepe as a remarkable example of early Neolithic religion and community life. Seasonal gatherings of hunter-gatherers likely involved ceremonies and feasting, with monumental construction occurring long before permanent farming villages emerged. In this sense, the temple may have come before the town. Göbekli Tepe therefore challenges traditional ideas about the origins of civilization. Outside academic circles, the site has inspired more speculative interpretations, including theories about lost advanced cultures or hidden knowledge. However, current evidence, from carbon dating to excavation records, shows that Göbekli Tepe was built by local Neolithic communities, and its sophistication is real without requiring extraordinary explanations. Its true wonder lies in what prehistoric people were able to achieve together. With no cities, writing, or metal tools, they created a monumental sacred landscape, and then carefully sealed it away. More than 11,000 years later, Göbekli Tepe remains one of archaeology's greatest puzzles. And it may be only the beginning. Across the surrounding hills, dozens of unexplored structures still lie hidden underground. How many more secrets are waiting to be uncovered? Join us next time as we explore another ancient site that continues to reshape our understanding of early humanity.